Most people dream of success. Few ever achieve it. And it's not because of luck, talent, or opportunity. It's because they never master the one force that unlocks everything else: discipline. Today, you step onto a different path. A path few dare to walk. A path where discipline becomes your greatest weapon. Let's begin. Discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment, between intention and results, between dreams and reality. Discipline is the silent architect behind every victory, every achievement, every legacy. Without it, talent rusts, opportunities slip away, and potential remains locked inside. Today, I want to walk you through 7 proven techniques that can enhance your self-discipline, not someday, but starting now. Technique 1. Craft a vision so compelling it pulls you forward. Discipline becomes effortless when the vision is vivid enough. A weak vision requires you to push yourself. A powerful vision pulls you. If your goals don't excite you enough to jump out of bed with urgency, you haven't looked deep enough. Take the time to dream in high definition. Where are you in 5 years? How does success smell, taste, feel? Saturate your mind with images of victory. See the rewards of discipline so clearly that resistance becomes irrelevant. Your vision should be so magnetic that it drags you past excuses, distractions, and doubts. It's the emotional fuel that turns intentions into consistent action. Technique 2. Start with micro wins. Giant leaps often crumble under their own weight. Success is crafted from small, manageable victories stacked consistently over time. Want to build unshakable discipline? Start tiny. Wake up 5 minutes earlier. Save an extra $1 each day. Finish a simple task you've been procrastinating. Each small win rewires your mind for success. Each tiny victory whispers, "I am a person who follows through." Momentum loves beginnings. And beginnings don't need to be grand, just consistent. Technique 3. Master the art of personal promises. There is a secret contract we make with ourselves daily, the promises we either honor or betray. Start treating your personal promises with the gravity you reserve for your commitments to others. If you tell yourself you'll study for 30 minutes, honor it as if you signed a $1 million contract. Your relationship with yourself is the foundation of all discipline. Every promise kept strengthens your self-respect. Every promise broken erodes it. Trust yourself first, and the world will follow. Technique 4. Architect your environment for success. Willpower is powerful, but environment shapes behavior more consistently than motivation ever will. Want better discipline? Engineer your surroundings. Remove temptations. Place tools of success within arm's reach. If you want to read more, put books where you can't ignore them. If you want to eat healthier, fill your fridge with choices that serve you. Make the path to discipline smooth, obvious, and inevitable. You are not just a product of your will. You are a product of your surroundings. Design them wisely. Technique 5. Build a system of rewards and consequences. Discipline without emotion is like a fire without heat. Tie your actions to tangible rewards and consequences. When you follow through on your habits, celebrate it. Reward yourself intentionally, not with extravagance, but with recognition. Anchor good feelings to good behaviors. And when you fall short, introduce consequences, accountability, public declarations, small penalties that sting just enough to encourage correction. Pain teaches, pleasure inspires, wise discipline uses both. Technique 6. Practice emotional resilience. Most people quit not because the task is too hard, but because their emotions hijack their will. Train yourself to endure discomfort without retreat. Frustration, boredom, doubt, they are not enemies. They are invitations to grow. Every time you press forward while uncomfortable, you are expanding your capacity for greatness. Make peace with imperfection. Make friends with inconvenience. Discipline is forged in the fires of emotional resilience. Technique 7. Ruthlessly eliminate the known essential. Focus is the ultimate amplifier of discipline. You cannot master everything. You cannot chase every opportunity. Choose your essentials with ruthless clarity. Say no more often than yes. Protect your priorities like a sacred garden. Remove distractions. Cut obligations that drain without return. Every yes to the wrong thing is a no to your destiny. Simplify your commitments. Amplify your energy. Discipline is not a punishment. It is not a chore. It is the highest form of self-respect. It is choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term comfort. You are not born disciplined. You become disciplined one choice, one habit, one day at a time. Every act of discipline plants seeds of greatness. Every moment of follow-through strengthens the roots of your success. Every refusal to quit waters the tree of your future. Remember, greatness is reserved for those who consistently do what is necessary, not just when they feel like it, but especially when they don't. Your dreams are waiting. Your potential is calling. Your legacy is whispering, prove it. Start today, not someday, not when it's convenient. Today, one small act of discipline, one unbreakable promise to yourself, one unstoppable life built decision by decision. Because you are worthy of the masterpiece, discipline will create. And the world is waiting for your greatness to be revealed. Deepening the vision, why you must burn the boats. There is an ancient story of warriors landing on enemy shores and burning their own boats, eliminating the possibility of retreat. They fought harder because survival demanded it. Your dreams require the same level of commitment. Burn the boats of your excuses. Destroy the bridges back to mediocrity. Leave yourself no way out, but forward. When your only option is victory, your discipline sharpens like a blade. Micro wins in action. The power of consistency. Imagine saving just $1 extra every day. $1 seems insignificant, but over a year, that's 365. Over a decade, that's 650 without accounting for growth. The principle is simple. Consistency compounds. The greatest mountains are climbed one step at a time. The greatest fortunes are built $1 at a time. The strongest characters are shaped one small act of discipline at a time. Don't underestimate the tiny. Tiny is mighty when repeated relentlessly. The honor of promises kept. When you say I will to yourself or others, you are casting a stone into the river of your future. Each kept promise becomes a stepping stone. Each broken promise, a slippery stone threatening to sink you. Treat your word as sacred. Make fewer promises, but fulfill every one. Integrity with yourself is the first and finest foundation of discipline. Designing an environment that makes success unavoidable. Your environment should be a silent cheerleader, not a subtle saboteur. If you want to write more, create a dedicated space for writing. If you want to exercise consistently, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Success loves preparation. Don't just discipline your mind. Discipline your surroundings. Reward and consequence, your secret allies. The mind loves games. Attach small rewards to disciplined behavior. Finish your workout? Treat yourself to a beautiful sunset walk. Hit a savings goal? Write yourself a heartfelt letter of pride. Similarly, apply mild consequences when discipline slips. Missed a commitment? Donate to a cause you oppose. Feel the sting. Let it sharpen your resolve. Emotion drives repetition. Use it wisely. Building emotional armor. Discipline isn't needed when life is easy. Discipline shines when the winds howl, when doubt whispers, when fatigue screams. You must become the kind of person who feels fear and moves forward anyway, who feels boredom and continues building, who feels doubt and still chooses discipline. Each time you act despite discomfort, you forge emotional armor thicker than steel. Your emotions are real, but they are not rulers. You are. The ruthless elimination of the known essential. Every champion knows, focus is not about doing more, but about doing less better. Cut ruthlessly. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Discipline is the scalpel that carves away distraction to reveal the masterpiece underneath. Simplify to amplify. The morning mastery ritual. Own your mornings and you own your days. Own enough days, and you own a life. Design a powerful morning ritual centered around your vision and discipline. Wake up before the world demands your attention. Start with gratitude. Visualize your biggest goals. Move your body. Feed your mind. The first hour of the day sets the emotional tone for the rest. Protect it fiercely. Master the morning, and discipline becomes the natural rhythm of your life. Anticipating obstacles, your secret weapon. Winners do not hope for smooth paths. They prepare for rough roads. Before you embark on a disciplined journey, anticipate the obstacles. What temptations might arise? What excuses might whisper in your ear? What emergencies could derail your focus? Identify them, plan for them, neutralize them before they arrive. Discipline is easier when you are not surprised. Expect adversity. Prepare anyway. The compound effect of daily effort. Picture this. You make a 1% improvement in discipline every day. Insignificant, right? Yet compounded daily, you become 37 times better in a year. The power is not in monumental changes, but in marginal gains multiplied relentlessly over time. Discipline is not a grand event. It is a quiet, compounding force that turns ordinary people into extraordinary legends. Learning to love the process. Most chase results. The disciplined learn to love the process. Fall in love with the act of saving, not just the fortune. Fall in love with the act of training, not just the medal. Fall in love with the act of learning, not just the diploma. When you find joy in the climb, the summit is inevitable. The role of purpose in discipline. Without a deep sense of purpose, discipline becomes drudgery. Tie every disciplined act to a meaning larger than yourself. You're not just saving money, you're buying freedom. You're not just working out, you're securing years with your future grandchildren. Purpose fuels perseverance. Without purpose, discipline feels heavy. With purpose, it feels heroic. How identity shapes discipline. The strongest discipline comes from identity. Don't just try to be disciplined. Become the kind of person who is. Tell yourself, I am the kind of person who follows through. I am disciplined. I am consistent. I am unstoppable. Identity is destiny. Speak it, believe it, live it. The danger of the excuse economy. The world is saturated with excuses. Entire industries profit from your surrender. You're tired. Take a break. You've earned a reward. Indulge. Everyone struggles. Lower the bar. Refuse. Excuses are the currency of the mediocre. Discipline is the language of the legendary. Trade every excuse for one more step forward. Excuses are expensive. They cost you your destiny. Building the muscle of delayed gratification. Discipline thrives where gratification is delayed. Every time you wait, every time you choose a long-term reward over short-term pleasure, you are training your mind to serve your future, not your impulses. It's not about suffering. It's about strategy. The person who can wait the longest wins the most. Patience is profitable. Accountability, the amplifier of discipline. When you keep your dreams secret, it's easier to abandon them quietly. When you share them, you ignite accountability. Find someone you trust. Share your commitments. Invite them to check in. Report your progress. External accountability strengthens internal resolve. Discipline thrives in the light, not the shadows. Guard your inputs ruthlessly. What you feed your mind determines what you feel, think, and eventually, what you do. Feed your mind wisdom, courage, excellence, and your actions will mirror them. Feed your mind fear, gossip, mediocrity, and discipline will wither. Control your inputs. Protect your mental diet. Greatness depends on it. The law of diminishing fear. The first time you act against fear is the hardest. The second time, it's easier. The third time, easier still. Fear shrinks when faced. Action diminishes anxiety. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving despite it. Step forward trembling if you must, but step forward. Your future demands it. The silent strength of persistence. The world crowns the persistent. Discipline is not proven by a single act of effort, but by the relentless refusal to quit. Champions are not necessarily faster, smarter, or luckier. They are simply those who refuse to stop digging when others walk away. Persistence is invisible, but its rewards are undeniable. Training your mind like an athlete trains the body. Athletes train muscles daily. Champions train their minds daily. Discipline is mental fitness. Visualize success. Practice gratitude. Build optimism. Strengthen focus. A strong mind carries a tired body across the finish line. Invest daily in mental strength. It is the best insurance for discipline. Daily standards. The true secret of consistent discipline. Winners do not rise to the level of their goals. They fall to the level of their daily standards. What you accept daily determines what you experience permanently. Set standards higher than moods, higher than convenience, higher than circumstances. Demand excellence from yourself, even when nobody is watching, especially when nobody is watching. Why momentum is sacred. Momentum is a precious, fragile thing. In the early stages, a small break in consistency can kill weeks of progress. Protect momentum like a fire in a storm. Shield it with rituals. Feed it with action. Fan it with belief. Once momentum is roaring, even obstacles bow before it. Time as the ultimate test. Time reveals discipline more than any speech, plan, or burst of motivation. Time rewards those who stay consistent through boredom, through fatigue, through chaos. The undisciplined demand quick results. The disciplined plant, water, and wait. They trust that time is always watching, and time never forgets who honored it. Mastering the art of restarting. Even the disciplined stumble. What separates champions is not that they never fall, but that they rise faster. When discipline slips, when momentum fades, when bad days strike, restart immediately. Do not shame yourself. Do not spiral. Just restart. Discipline is not perfection. Discipline is resilience. Building emotional anti-fragility. The disciplined do not merely endure emotions. They grow stronger because of them. They use frustration as fuel. They use boredom as a sharpening stone. They use fear as a compass. They are not crushed by adversity. They are chiseled into stronger versions of themselves. Become emotionally anti-fragile. The tougher the storm, the stronger you emerge, creating a legacy through discipline. One day, someone will tell your story. Will they speak of discipline? Of dreams realized, of mountains climbed, or of potential wasted, of excuses embraced, of regrets accumulated? You are writing your legacy now, one disciplined act at a time. Make it a story worth telling. The inner dialogue of the disciplined. Listen carefully to how you speak to yourself. The undisciplined say, maybe tomorrow. The disciplined say, today matters. The undisciplined say, I don't feel like it. The disciplined say, my feelings are valid, but my future is more important. The undisciplined say, just this once. The disciplined say, every choice is a seed. Master your inner dialogue, and you master your discipline. Sacrifices. The hidden investments. Every act of discipline involves a sacrifice. Sacrificing an hour of sleep to build your dream. Sacrificing a night out to invest in your education. Sacrificing temporary comfort for permanent growth. See sacrifices not as losses, but as investments. Investments with compounding returns. The beauty of boring days. The world glamorizes excitement, but success is built on boring days. On days when no one is cheering. On days when nothing seems to change. On days when effort feels invisible. The disciplined embrace boring days because they understand boredom is often the signpost of mastery and progress. Boring is beautiful when you're building greatness. Lessons from nature on discipline. Nature teaches the power of patience and persistence. The bamboo plant spends years growing roots underground before it breaks the surface. The oak tree endures storms before it towers over the forest. The river carves canyons not with force, but with persistence. Discipline is natural. Alignment with nature's laws is alignment with lasting success. Why excuses feel good, but cost everything. Excuses offer temporary relief from guilt. They soothe the ego. They justify comfort. But the price is hidden. Lost potential, lost opportunities, lost time. Excuses feel good in the moment and hurt forever. Discipline feels hard in the moment and blesses forever. Choose wisely. The final enemy, comfort zones. Comfort zones are invisible prisons. They disguise themselves as safety. They lure with predictability. They seduce with familiarity. But inside comfort zones, dreams wither, strength atrophies, greatness suffocates. Discipline is the great jailbreak. Escape the comfort zone, and you enter the land of extraordinary possibilities. The discipline of gratitude. Gratitude strengthens discipline by shifting focus from what is lacking to what is possible. Start and end each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. Gratitude fuels patience. Gratitude amplifies resilience. Gratitude reminds you that every step forward is already a victory. A grateful heart walks further with lighter steps. Fear management. Discipline's hidden ally. You will never outgrow fear. The disciplined do not eliminate fear. They build strategies to move through it. When fear arises, pause and ask, what opportunity is hidden behind this fear? Often, the bigger the fear, the bigger the door it guards. Walk toward fear with discipline as your armor. On the other side, your dreams wait. Financial discipline, the mirror of personal discipline. How you manage money is often how you manage everything. Delayed gratification, long-term planning, sacrificing now for rewards later. Financial discipline is personal discipline applied to resources. Save consistently, invest wisely, spend intentionally. Wealth is a natural byproduct of disciplined living. The danger of good enough. Good enough is the silent assassin of greatness. It whispers, you've done more than most. It tempts, you've earned a break. It flatters, you're better than average. Discipline silences the siren song of good enough with the battle cry of not yet. You are not aiming to be better than most. You are aiming to become your best. Legacy thinking, how the future shapes the present. Imagine your grandchildren telling your story. What choices would make them proud? What sacrifices would inspire them? What dreams would they inherit? Because you refused to settle. Legacy thinking gives discipline meaning. You are not just shaping your life. You are shaping lives you will never meet. Choose wisely. The final word. Master yourself. Master everything. All battles are won or lost within. Discipline is the decision to govern yourself when emotions rebel. Discipline is the choice to move when comfort calls you to sit. Discipline is the daily assertion. I am in control of my destiny. Master yourself, and everything else bows to your will. The future you dream of is waiting. Go claim it. With discipline as your sword and perseverance as your shield, victory awaits. Momentum builders, how to create daily wins. Nothing fuels discipline like momentum. Start each day with a quick, winnable task. Make your bed, drink water, read a paragraph. Success creates success. A small win in the morning creates emotional velocity. Ride that momentum into bigger victories. Set your day up for wins early, and the momentum will carry you through the hard tasks. Sharpening the mental sword. Discipline begins in thought. Before action, before habit, there is thought. Daily affirmations are mental sharpening stones. Speak strength over yourself. Declare resilience. Visualize consistency. Strengthen your mental sword, and it will cut through any obstacle. Strategic quitting. Knowing what to abandon. The disciplined are not stubbornly attached to everything. They quit strategically. They quit complaining. They quit blame. They quit comparing. They quit draining habits and toxic environments. Discipline is not about doing everything. It's about doing what matters and cutting the rest. Resilience in failure, the hidden gift. Failure is not a signal to stop. It's a lesson to learn. Each failure holds priceless information. What needs to change? Where did focus slip? What new strategy is needed? The disciplined embrace failure like a professor. They study it. They extract gold from it. They use it to strengthen the next effort. Failure fertilizes future victories. The law of rhythm and recovery. Discipline is not about nonstop effort without rest. Nature operates in rhythms, tides, seasons, cycles. You must too. Work hard, recover intentionally, push, rest. Discipline that respects rhythm is sustainable discipline. Otherwise, you burn out. Protect your fire by respecting your limits. Strategic rest is a tool, not a weakness. Leadership begins with self. You cannot lead others if you cannot lead yourself. Self-leadership is daily discipline made visible. It's doing the right thing when nobody is watching. It's honoring commitments made in solitude. It's sacrificing fleeting comfort for lasting impact. Master self-discipline, and leadership flows naturally. Pain as a gateway. Pain is the tuition for growth. There is no mastery without discomfort. There is no transformation without sacrifice. The disciplined do not run from pain. They walk into it. They mine it for lessons. They allow it to shape stronger versions of themselves. Pain is not the enemy. It is the teacher. The invisible battle, discipline versus desire. Every day, a silent war rages inside you. Desire pulls you toward comfort, toward ease, toward distraction. Discipline pulls you toward vision, toward growth, toward destiny. Each choice tips the battle. Each action strengthens one side or the other. Win enough daily battles, and you win the war. Discipline wins the war. The gift of being uncomfortable. Comfort breeds complacency. Challenge sharpens character. Discipline chooses the uncomfortable path intentionally. Waking earlier than necessary. Saying no to unnecessary spending. Pushing one more rep in training. Learning one more concept when tired. Seek discomfort daily. Small doses of discomfort inoculate you against failure. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. The mirror of regret. Imagine standing in front of a mirror years from now. Will you see someone who honored discipline or someone who abandoned it for excuses? Regret reflects the undisciplined life. Fulfillment reflects the disciplined one. Choose actions today that will make your future reflection smile. Patience. The ultimate flex. The modern world worships speed, faster downloads, faster gratification, faster rewards. But discipline whispers, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Patience is not passivity. Patience is aggressive endurance. It is building when no results are visible. It is trusting the seeds you planted. It is refusing to dig up your dreams to check if they are growing. How humility strengthens discipline. The arrogant believe they can skip steps. The humble understand that mastery requires honoring every step. Humility keeps you coachable. Humility keeps you hungry. Humility fuels disciplined learning. Pride sabotages progress. Stay humble. Stay disciplined. Stay unstoppable. Closing reflection. The disciplined life is not an easy life. It is a meaningful life. It demands sacrifices most are unwilling to make, but it delivers rewards few ever taste. The disciplined life is a life of clarity, of strength, of legacy, of impact. You have everything you need inside you to build this life. The world is waiting. The clock is ticking. The decision is yours. Step forward with courage. Act with discipline, and become the legend you were born to be. The myth of overnight success. Success stories often highlight the moment of victory, but hide the years of invisible discipline. There is no such thing as overnight success. There is only daily discipline unnoticed, uncelebrated, and unglamorous. The artist paints for decades before the world calls him a genius. The athlete trains in silence before stadiums roar their name. The entrepreneur works through countless failures before headlines proclaim their sudden triumph. Discipline is the slow, steady architect of greatness, embracing the ordinary days. Most days will feel ordinary. No fireworks, no fanfare, no epiphanies. But in the ordinary days, the extraordinary is built. Every action you take, when no one is watching, compounds silently into results that everyone will one day admire. Fall in love with the ordinary. Master the mundane. For there, discipline forges destiny. The power of self-respect. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you honor your goals, you honor yourself. When you delay gratification, you declare that your future self deserves your best today. When you say no to easy pleasures, you say yes to lasting fulfillment. Treat yourself like someone whose dreams matter. Because they do. Because you do. Pain now, pride later. Discipline often feels like pain in the moment. But what feels like pain today will feel like pride tomorrow. Pride when you look back and realize you became the person you dreamed of being. Pride when you realize you honored your potential. Pride when you realize you lived life by design, not by default. Temporary pain. Permanent pride. Choose wisely. The unseen forces you command. Every act of discipline triggers unseen forces. Compounding returns. Character formation. Identity evolution. Opportunity attraction. You are never just saving money or reading a chapter. You are building momentum. You are shifting probabilities in your favor. You are commanding unseen forces toward your destiny. Each act of discipline echoes beyond the moment. Nothing is small. Everything matters. Living a disciplined life. The hidden joy. People think discipline is restrictive. In truth, it is the ultimate freedom. Discipline frees you from regret. Discipline frees you from mediocrity. Discipline frees you from wondering what could have been. When you live with discipline, your mind rests easier. Your heart beats stronger. Your dreams breathe freer. The disciplined life is not a prison. It is a pathway to true liberation. Freedom is not the absence of rules. Freedom is the presence of self-mastery. The final battle. You versus yesterday. Every day is a new opportunity. A new battlefield. Not against the world. Not against competitors. Against yourself. Against who you were yesterday. Did you rise higher today than yesterday? Did you resist one more temptation? Did you build one more brick of greatness? The disciplined do not seek to be better than others. They seek to be better than who they were the day before. 1 inch better. 1 step stronger. 1 decision wiser. The road ahead. The road ahead will not always be easy. There will be temptations. There will be doubts. There will be moments of weakness. But there will also be victories. There will be pride earned through pain. There will be breakthroughs built through perseverance. And there will be a life lived fully without the heavy chains of regret. Discipline is the price. Freedom is the reward. The choice stands before you. Step forward. Today. Now. Forever. The unbreakable foundation. Discipline is the foundation that never cracks. Trends change. Opportunities shift. The world evolves. But discipline remains a timeless advantage. It requires no permission, no luck, no perfect timing, only your decision. Each day you act with discipline. You fortify the foundation of your dreams. You anchor your destiny deeper into the bedrock of resilience. You create a life that storms cannot shake. Build your life on the unbreakable foundation. Build it with discipline, brick by brick, choice by choice, moment by moment. This is your time. This is your life. This is your legacy. Begin now and never stop. The legacy you build, one disciplined act today can echo for generations. One moment of perseverance can inspire a family line. One refusal to quit can change a destiny. You are not just living for yourself. You are laying the bricks for countless lives to walk upon. Live disciplined. Live boldly, live intentionally, and watch the world change because you refuse to settle. It all starts now. It all starts with one decision, yours.